Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tom and Frenchy podcast.
Welcome, bitches.
We're live in space. We're hanging out with Steve Jobs and Richard Branson. Fuck, who's in space at the moment?
Bro, what's with all the entrepreneur dudes wanting to go to space? It's they've conquered Earth, and now they're like, well, I'm the top here. I might as well be the top of the aliens. Do you reckon that's the
Tell
vibe?
me you have too much money without telling me you have too much money. You're trying to fucking go to space. Which one went?
That's
Sorry,
wild.
Jeff Bezos. It was Bezos.
Yeah, and fucking Elon's working on it as well. And Richard Branson went to space.
What did they do up there?
Go.
Did they do anything fun?
I hope they wanked at least.
You gotta have a wank and see that no gravity sperm fly off. It'll be fucking creepy.
Yeah. There'd be all this cum on the roof, of the space station. There'd be a big pool of cum up there. That's disgusting.
That is beautiful way to bring it in. Sorry, welcome
to our international listeners. Konnichiwa.
We don't speak enough to our international listeners anymore because we're all too busy focused on our own problems, but we should take a time to appreciate everything that's going on in Japan.
There?
Yeah, England. Yeah. Hello, England. Hey, America.
Japan's got the Olympics. They got heaps of shit going on.
Fuck, was it? Yo, yes, we haven't even talked about the opening ceremony, did we? It's been going for fucking 4 days. 4 days? 3 days?
Nah.
Bro.
I don't know.
I don't know how you feel. I get sad when I watch the Olympics because there's no crowds. I'm like,
why?
Oh, it's sad, man. Like the opening ceremony, they were announcing now introducing Australia.
They didn't pronounce it right?
Or whatever. I don't know how the fucking Japanese say Australia. Australia were in the middle because they got a Japanese alphabet, so we weren't at the start. No, but it was literally an empty stadium. So they're like, now Tonga, and then it'll be just one dude in the whole stadium going. Ew.
They should have done like Ellen did and had all the monitors with people on it from different countries being like,
You can't do all monitors in a 70,000
thousands of
monitors.
70,000 monitors. It's Japan. They could whip up some monitors.
Remember the soccer team that had the blow-up dolls in the stand? I think that was in Asia too, actually.
I like that.
Yeah, they should do that. But yeah, I just feel bad, man. I was like, because Japanese crowds would be so hyped for the Olympics, so fucking hype. And now they can't even
They
go
should have done it those robot restaurants and robot hotels and shit. They should have just had a bunch of T-Rexes, robotic T-Rexes and sex dolls and shit in the crowd. That would be cool.
Anything. I reckon, well, what they did for the NBA was that, because they had the virtual screens back last lockdown, they were doing the bubble, and you could pay for a ticket and zoom in from where you were. So third row, you could see a dude in a Lakers shirt waving and stuff like that. I feel like what they should have done, because you can't get enough screens for all these events, you can pay for a ticket, then send something to sit in that chair. Like a watermelon. That. Your favorite watermelon can just be sitting on that chair. Or your favorite pillow.
Perfect
draw a
head
face
size
on it, that's me.
Yeah.
Or you just write a poster. You know what I mean?
Send a baby just in the post.
Send a baby.
A baby can sit in the chair.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful ideas.
Get rid of it
ideas.
for a bit.
Have you been watching the Olympics, Thomas?
I haven't watched a single event, to be honest.
Why does that not surprise me? You unpatriotic, fucking lazy piece of shit. That is, you can't even change a channel.
Lazy?
It's Australia. Yeah, it's lazy. Not watching the Olympics is just lazy.
But it's not patriotic if I change the channel and it's Sudan versus Egypt. And I'm just like, this isn't my country.
Which one?
That's the opposite.
Which one's not your country?
Exactly. Neither of them.
Yo, have you ever seen the Olympics? The Australian TV doesn't play any other fucking teams. They will not. If Egypt's playing someone else at the soccer, they'll play Australia's gold medal swim from 2000 games. They're not playing any other countries. If Australia's not in the competition, They're not fucking showing on TV. Bro, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. Well, they do, but it's because it's on 7, so they've got 16 digital channels. On the main one's just Australia.
Right.
So I found the stream of America versus France in the basketball last night. I was watching that a bit. It's
How are French basketball players? I've never thought about French basketball players in my life.
Racist.
Like as
that's
a
fucking
concept.
racist. What do you think?
Do they wear
think
berets?
Of a French person? Yeah, that's what you're saying, bro. The headline for Fox Sports today. I'm like, can you even write this? Like, I thought it was edgy. They're like, "Sacre bleu, France beat Team USA," and then they ate them like smelly cheese or something like that. I'm like, you don't fucking know what sacre bleu means. What the fuck are you doing like that?
What is that? Is that like Go France or something?
That's like if,
or is
I think it's like a like, oh shit,
oh my god, yeah, that makes more sense.
I'm pretty proud of the French basketball team, being half French myself. So like, big win for the boys, big fucking win.
Wait, France won.
Yeah, this is a group match against Team USA because Team USA are all individuals, so they just play like I'm a fucking hero, and all the international teams are like, they know they're not as good, so they just play good team basketball, good fundamentals. Very, very interesting stuff. Abigail Titmus won today. Did you see that, Tom? She won the swimming.
Excuse me?
Abigail Titmus.
Merry
Christmas. Abigail. Sorry, Abigail. Abigail.
Oh, Abigail Titmilk. Yeah.
She won the swim. It was a hype. What? I was yelling. It was on midday. I'm fucking going, yeah, let's go. By the way, this is coming out Tuesday, so she won yesterday. Fuck, now we fucked it.
I'm sure they'll figure it out. What event, though?
400 metre freestyle. Let's go.
That's a real event. That's a real event.
Well, I guess we're not going to talk about Olympics too long since Tom hasn't seen it. Let's get to the big news. Let's go straight into it, Tom. You know I want to talk about it. In Sydney on Saturday, there was some lockdown protests.
It wasn't just Sydney, bro.
Oh, was it in everywhere?
It wasn't just... Yeah, bro.
They weren't doing it in Perth, were
Brisbane. They? I don't know about... I don't think Perth
they're not in lockdown in Perth, so you'll be fucking... You'd hope not.
Yeah, well, silly question.
But yeah,
it's in Melbourne and Brisbane.
How many people came out to the Melbourne and Brisbane ones?
I don't know, but there was 15,000 in Sydney, which is a fucking lot of people.
That's what was funny, is they tried to report a lower number to be like, oh, no one really went. It was only 3,000. I'm like, I can see the crowd. That's more. I can count more than that.
Bro, that was fucking crazy, the amount of people. I saw a real funny TikTok that was like saying how like the people who went there are like the I'm not sheep kind of vibe, but then they compared like the shot of them like weaving through the streets to like sheep flocking through the things, and it was like heaps funny.
Bro, I was like, because I was making lots of stories about it. It was like, I don't know, I just found it hilarious. I'm like, what else is going to fucking happen this year? Why not? We're going to protest lockdown by causing the state to have a longer lockdown. I love the irony.
Bro, I was trying to think of like comparisons. I was like protesting to stop lockdown when there's COVID is like going to a brothel and fucking a prostitute to protest abstinence or something. Like, it makes no fucking sense, you know?
To protest sex working.
Yeah.
No, it was so much. Like, I get why you're frustrated. Like, Gladys just fucking lies to us, man. Do you ever watch those press conferences? Our state's premier just fucking lies and gives us no plan for the future. So initially she's like, a couple of weeks lockdown, this isn't the end measure. And now it's like, even before this, it was looking like we're going to be out in September, bro. So it's fucking... And now everyone's just misplacing their anger when it should be at the politicians. It should be at Gladys. It should be at ScoMo.
Oh, absolutely.
Fucking nothing.
Yeah, it should be at the top, bro. Like, it starts 100%. At the top and it trickles down. It starts with the party that you voted in for starters and their views. Yeah. And then, obviously, the leadership that people voted in. And
so are you blaming One Nation?
Oh, I'll blame One Nation for a lot of things.
Because you voted
for them? Oh, right. I
get it? That's classic. That's funny. Yeah, because you you come out of the voting booth. I remember it. You're eating a little sausage sandwich because you got it at the polling station. You're like, I want our nation to be one. And I haven't done my research on One Nation, but it looks like bringing everyone together. I go, Tom, that's classic.
But I think we want a redhead in power. That's what I screamed. I said, redhead power.
Redhead power.
Yeah. You remember that very clearly. But yeah.
I like how it was like a real Australian protest too, Tom. Like, I guess the memes we saw from it was just like, like, I feel like protests overseas are heaps more hectic. Like this one, there was a fire dancer mucking around. Everyone made a circle watching him do fire dance and stuff. Then the big story from it, there was 2 big stories actually. One of them was that someone punched a fucking horse.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. Did you see that footage of it happening?
He didn't punch the horse.
What did he do?
So I saw the photo, and the photo was like perfectly from a boxing movie. You know when they get like knocked out and all the spit comes like...
Yeah.
So I can show... I put the video in the chat, Tom, because even pedestrian, they're like, he might not have punched the horse, but he's still being charged. So it was more... So what happened was like, if you see the full video, the horses are going through the crowd because for some reason police are on horses still. Like, we're in 2021. Why are you still riding horses? Yeah. Some Pride and Prejudice shit, you fucking idiots. I don't know.
I think the worst bit about that is we've got to pick up our little dog shit and they just leave the big horse shits on the road.
Oh, 100%.
You notice that?
If you ride a horse, it's everything that comes with the horse, and that's including picking up the horse shit, putting it in someone's garden for manure.
Just put a little poop bucket on them.
A little poop bucket.
Yeah, that's it.
And when they stop, maybe even you pop it down. I reckon they should have to catch it as it drops.
That'd be impressive. A smaller cop under the horse.
Yeah, so you can get up now, Tom, while I'm talking about it. You don't have to put it in the chat.
I can't, bro.
Just so you see it. Oh, you don't have double monitor like me. So, yeah, so what happened was there was a few horses like spinning around in the middle of the mob, and it was pretty like... It was pretty a lot happening. It was peak protest, and the horse like come near the dude, and he sort of pushed it away, open-handed. So he didn't like take a big swing and knock a roundhouse a fucking police horse, but he did like push it away because it was like looking dangerous. Like, I don't know what happened preceding or preceding that, but it wasn't like the punch that you saw in the picture. It wasn't like that at all.
Yeah.
No, I thought he punched a horse. Moved. I thought he knocked the horse out, bro.
He still should have fucking moved.
Oh, but horses are unpredictable, bro. But anyway, what else? What else did you think of the lockdown? Oh, the protest, Tom?
Oh man, it was fucking stupid. Just fucking like, there's ways to go about a protest, but the thing you're protesting, you're going to make a lot worse. Like nobody likes a fucking lockdown. There's nobody who wants to be told to stay inside, but it's a fucking pandemic.
It affects some people a lot more than others. Yeah?
So
a lot of the
blog posts.
So I've been just trying to have a lot of discussions about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I get like all the opinions, and the opinions of people's like, oh, it's not that bad, we'll get out of it soon, or like it's just fucking lockdown. And they're generally people who are still working their office jobs from home on Zoom, getting paid exactly the same they would. They've got a purpose in their day, and they're living in a fucking nice place. Whereas the people like, this is fucking like, I can't take this too much longer. I would like to hurry these vaxxers up, or like have some sort of plan in place. Are generally people who don't earn as much. Their whole fucking job's been gone. Like, as much as JobKeeper's nice and the stimulus packages are nice, it's not the same amount of money they're earning, and they've lost their purpose during the week. I've lost my purpose during the week. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to go out and fucking like protest yet. Not yet. Touch wood. But that's why some people have an easier time than others. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's two different things. Obviously, a global pandemic, the government isn't the one who created it. So there is steps that need to be taken.
Yep.
So it's not like, things do need to happen, but it's also out of the control. Like, it's not like someone's like, you know, like, it's not as simple as just, I'm locked in. Like, I get the frustrations, but going to an event that's going to cause more cases, cause us to be locked down longer, there's other ways to protest than getting together in a huge group, all bundled up, not wearing masks, not socially distancing. It's fucking stupid.
I agree. If this is the road we're going down, and it is for the time being, it's not going to help things. But I think the other thing is that the government, last year, they're like, lockdowns are not the end measure. We don't envision a society where we'll have to keep doing this. And then it's like, we're on our third or something now. And they're like, what is the end goal? How many % of people need to be vaccinated? If this many people get vaccinated, will you start opening things up? And they don't tell us fucking nothing, man. Like, nothing. Do you know what the end goal is?
I don't know the details of that. No, but they definitely, that's one of the problems. Like, no, I'm not really, bro. Not at all. But there's like obviously there's a problem with Scott Morrison not getting the vaccines. That's step one. And the fact that he's letting each state determine it instead of taking the credit because he doesn't want to be the bad guy. And now he's making like the premiers of each state the bad guy, where everyone's like, fuck them, they're doing this to me. It comes from the top, and it's just fucking a cop-out. It's just frustrating, and I get people's frustrations, but do it differently.
Bro, 100%. That's what I was thinking about on the weekend. I think
you're fucking stupid showing up.
Bro, that's what I was thinking about on the weekend. I was like, yo, I'm getting all this anger at Gladys, and I'm like, what the fuck last time ScoMo said anything? Like, fucking, what the fuck is this cunt doing? Like, do you know what I mean?
He's literally going on holidays overseas and shit still.
Literally, bro.
Like, literally. Like, are you fucking kidding?
Literally, bro. It's
real
fucking
fucked up.
Hectic, man.
But I never liked him, so...
We won't talk about too long because it's only Sydney and we're not that selfish. We are pretty selfish, but like the rest of
It's not only Sydney.
Well, Melbourne's supposed to be coming out on Wednesday. I read something where Melbourne might...
But they still had protests, bro.
No, I meant the lockdown, bro. I meant the fucking lockdown. Can't.
Facts with Frenchy.
Bro, but it's just like... Okay, what do you think, Tom? Do you think... once everyone who wants to get a vaccine is vaccinated, we should just open up? Or do you think you should
see how it goes.
Force everyone to get them?
Well, you can't. I mean, it's difficult to force everyone, but it is frustrating because the people who say no are still going to be passing it on to people, and it's still going to fuck them up.
But if they're passing it on to people who are vaccinated, it won't hit them as bad, yeah? Because isn't that the point of getting the vaccination? You can still catch it. It's not going to hit you as bad. You're not going to transmit it through as bad.
Yeah, but yeah, it'd just be better if people just got the vaccine and then we can fucking move on with our lives.
You heard it here first, guys. Dr. Armstrong. Boom. I'm just like interested in discussion, man. Like, because it's really like, I'm just like... Just trying to learn more about it. That's why I'm not trying to be an expert here. I'm just trying to talk. I'm trying to learn. Tom's just like teaching us.
Well, what we wanted to bring in first before this is our Wheel of Misfortune, which is much more fun than this conversation.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Frenchy's read a few posts for the first time in his life about something on the news.
Bro, I watched a press conference. Today. I know it all now. You don't even know. I watched a press conference.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to be the most political cunt soon. Just talk over me, Tom. I'm going to keep talking. Go. Hit us.
Stop yelling. All right, so we've got a wheel. I'm going to open it. We've created this wheel. It's got different challenges on each thing. It's like a Wheel of Fortune wheel for those just listening. Our options on the wheel: make a prank call, do a shot, assign a shot, improv song, tweet something weird, do an accent for 5 minutes, do Batsu or Batpoo, that's Frenchy's version, his brother, that we decided needed to be done, rack a line of pepper, remove an item of clothes, which everyone's hoping we don't get that one. Agree with the other person for a minute, so Frenchy can spit off some of his lockdown rhetoric.
Yes, let's go.
Do a shoey.
Let's go.
Make up a movie. Talk about the great Jimmy Fallon and how great he is.
That's the worst one.
Or do a shot again, because we needed an extra
seems
one
to be
to
on
fill
this
the
wheel
and
lot,
doing
Tom.
shots.
There's a lot of shots on
I
this
just
wheel.
told you it's on there twice.
I don't mind.
There's only two.
I'm not scared. I don't really have much to do tonight.
Well, I'm telling you, there's two, not a lot.
That's a lot. Compared to when everything else is one, two is a lot. Fuck, bro.
Jesus
so you got
Christ.
First spin, Tom?
I just had 7 coffees. All right, ready?
Are you going first spin?
Here we go. That's the noises.
Here we go.
Yeah, bro, you can see it. Make a prank call to Kmart, asking them if they have ketamine.
That's a good one. Put on loudspeaker. I want to hear this.
Let's do it. Yeah, bro, of course. All right.
Let's fucking go.
Do you want to have a spin while I just get the number?
Because why else would it be called Kmart? I'm sure it stands for ketamine.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, done.
All right.
I'm clicking on it, but it's not working.
Oh, sorry. I probably got to do it. I'll just spin it for you.
I'm spinning. This is my spin, guys. It's going past all the good ones.
Oh, double.
A sign, a shot. I wonder who's going to do that.
All right, this will help me do my prank call.
It's funny how it's like a sign, a shot, like there'll be some legend
you might
like,
take
I
it.
just sign it to myself. Not on a Monday. Not on a Monday.
So, guys, for those listening, I'm drinking Fireball, which is my favorite thing to shot.
I got the same thing, bro. Yeah.
All right.
It's
the best
just
shot.
smart, bro. If you're not doing Fireball, what are you doing? Oh, he took that down. Oh, yeah.
It's quite refreshing. All right, let's call Kmart.
Thank you for calling Kmart. If you know your selection, you may key ahead at any time.
I don't.
To hear this
We
store's
don't.
trading hours, press 1.
Nope.
Or if you'd like to speak with one of our friendly team members, please choose from the following options.
Okay.
For
Here we
men's
go.
or women's clothing and personal care, press 2. For kids' clothing, toys,
I'll go with
and
that.
Did you say kids?
Nah, men's.
How can I help?
Hey, I'm just calling. This Kmart, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I was just looking for maybe a gram of ketamine.
Of ketamine?
Yeah, just ketamine.
Yeah, I'll have a check in our system.
Thank you.
That's all good.
What?
A gram of ketamine? Like the drug. Oh, it's drug? Ketamine is a drug. Is it? It's a horse tranquilizer. Oh, no. Are you sure for the prank call? Hi, sorry. Was that ketamine?
Yeah, that's right.
The tranquilizer?
Yes.
Oh, we don't sell that here, sorry.
Oh, no worries. I'll try Ketamine Mart. Thank you.
Oh, that could not have gone more perfectly, bro. I don't think that could have gone more perfectly.
Yeah, the staff. Could you hear the staff member?
I could hear it. You gotta crank that audio up so everyone can hear that. That was incredible,
That's
bro.
funny as fuck.
Holy shit.
I think we have to spin it again, to be honest. That was gold.
Yeah, that was fucking so funny.
Give it another
man.
go. We'll do two more, one more spin each, and then we'll move on.
Okay, you on me or you want to go again?
I'll go again.
Okay, Tom's up again.
All right, here we go. Tweet something weird.
Something
I'm
weird.
really
You're
getting
all the
fucking
good
punished.
ones. Yeah.
I'm really getting punished for all my sins.
What are you thinking of tweeting?
What do you reckon? So this is from my Tomo Armstrong account for those listening
Okay,
who
we
want to
could
see the
do
tweet.
just something weird because we could being random. Maybe some. I'm just trying to think like, what is those snap candy that makes you pop?
Popping candy.
Oh yeah, popping candy. No, that won't work. What about like, cream? Oh,
Hey, we could go along the
makes my
ketamine
poo
theme.
smell funny. Poop. Or poopity poop. Poop.
I could tweet Kmart and tell them that they didn't have any ketamine.
Oh yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. You're on the same theme. Yeah, nice.
What should I say that the ketamine I got isn't good, or
Yeah. 24 hours.
I think it's American Kmart comes up. Kmart. Oh, whatever. Kmart.
I reckon just something even random, bro.
Okay, what do you want?
If we're doing Kmart, just go at Kmart and say, hey, just got the shoes I ordered and there was a poop in one of them.
Okay.
Should I eat it or return it?
Ordered. I'm not sure if it's meant to be there.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's meant to be there.
I just got some shoes I ordered, and there is a steamy poop.
It's not steamy because it would be cold by now.
Okay.
Just a poop in one of them.
There is a poop.
Not sure if it's meant to be there. Can send you a pic if you like.
Not sure.
Can provide pics.
If it's meant
Just
to
write, not sure if it's meant to be there.
there.
That'll do. It's a tweet. Yeah, perfect. At Kmart.
Yep, I'll just tweet that.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
good.
that's
tweeted.
Good. Yep,
That's
whatever.
good. Perfect.
All right.
Okay, spin me.
That's gonna
spin me.
That's a weird. I don't think I've tweeted in like 3 years, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a great
people.
comeback tweet. What a comeback tweet.
Rack a line of pepper. Here we go. Frenchie's in the game. Finally, something good.
Do you want me to get a note or just do it off the table?
Just do it off the table, bro.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
I'll do it off my phone so you can see it.
Please.
Oh.
Oh, you got a fancy pepper grinder, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What the fuck?
Crazy,
Look at Frenchy. Wee.
I don't have anything to cut it with, guys. Okay, a little pep. Yo, that's a thick line of peps. I don't know.
Oh, a bit of pep in your step. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy.
Should be right. Have you? That used to be a fun thing to rack in school. I've got second line in case I get it again.
What? Just pepper?
Yeah, it was like a fun thing.
I don't think I've ever done it.
Oh, that's a chunky line. Can you see it?
Let's see it. No, up a bit. Oh yeah, nice.
See, there's two
Fuck
lines
yeah.
there.
Is that? Oh, you even got white pepper. I had like some shit ready that's just like black pepper. It would have been terrible.
Whatever's in the grinder, bro.
Oh, I'm grinding. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh no.
This out of context would be good.
Blowing off the keyboard.
How was it?
Yeah, it's alright. I should have done it with.
Do you want to have some salt to balance it, or
no,
do you need salt to balance it out?
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's getting up there. I didn't do it well. Oh. How do I look?
Beautiful. Now that's fire podcast. That's fire podcast audio right there.
Yeah, you guys enjoying that at home? That was like what me and Tom have been saying, like, because to keep the energy on a Zoom podcast, we want to do weirder and weirder shit for you. We will always provide to try to get you to...
Oh, Frenchie's having a stroke. He's allergic to pepper, guys.
It's getting up the fucking sinus now.
Oh,
be
yeah.
the 5G from the...
From the vaccine.
From the vaccine. It's the chemtrails that got me.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Can you see my left eyes all watering?
Oh no!
That's
pepper.
Pink
eye, bro.
You live by the pep, you die by the pep. One more, or should we move on?
What do you reckon? What are you feeling?
I think one. Or say we'll do one more spin.
Yeah.
We'll do one story and move on.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more spin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not? I hope you guys let us know if this is good or really shit.
Yeah, do you like the wheel? Do you like the wheel? If you're just listening, you can check it out on YouTube. Any suggestions for the wheel? Throw them out there to us. Still got Bean
Make
Boozled.
a prank call to Kmart.
No, it's gonna be big. Okay. We're only do
Should I call another Kmart?
Oh, do you want to do another one? Yeah, okay, do another one. That's funny.
Well, I got it on the wheel, so it'd be rude not to.
You did that on the wheel.
I'll do a different Kmart.
I really want to snort some milk. Do you care if I snort some milk, Tom?
No, go for it.
Okay, I gotta get some milk.
I called the Kmart in Canberra because I didn't want them to know it was me. I didn't want to ever go to that Kmart. So I'm doing Kmart's in Canberra. So if you work at Kmart in Canberra, I'm sorry for prank calling you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to another Kmart in Canberra. All right, Frenchie's going to get milk. Oh man, I'm glad. Probably the one I didn't want to get was probably the pepper one. We had some other ones, but since we're apart, we were going to add the egg to it, but only Frenchie's got the egg and we're in lockdown, so I couldn't get the egg. Then we were going to add the, what was it called, Bean Boozled or whatever to the wheel, but I don't have them. So next week we'll add some new shit to the wheel. We'll keep it fresh. Maybe I'll try and find some of those duck eggs or something, but I don't have them. All right, Frenchie's back. Let's do a prank call. All right, Kmart Gungahlin, which is another suburb in Canberra. Let's give him a call. Oh, Frenchy just snorted
Thank
some
you for
milk.
calling Kmart. If you know your selection,
I
you
do
may
know
key
my
ahead at any
selection.
time.
I just came up and gone. How can I help you?
G'day. I was just calling. I was talking to a friend of mine. I was looking for some K, and he said to call Kmart and ask for ketamine. She was on to us.
A little bit more switched on.
I feel like she's
Kelly
received
does the
that
drugs
prank call.
in Canberra,
In the Kmart.
Kmart. They get on the cat. Let's go.
Gungahlin, yeah, fuck. Yeah, boy. That was funny. I tried an American accent to mix it up, but it didn't work.
That was good. I think it sounded more like a prank call, that one. Yeah. Like, the other one was like literally just like...
Confused.
Yeah. Hey, can I get some ketamine? Oh, fuck.
Alright, let's spin this wheel again. I hope you get pepper again.
I better not. I'll do the other nostril, be fine.
Oh, your favourite thing in the world. Do a
I haven't done a
shoey.
shoey in a while. Fuck, I don't have the app. Nothing. Nothing's happening.
He doesn't have any shoes.
Nothing's happening.
Frenchie's gone to look for a shoe that he wants to shoey out of, I think.
Something like
He's
that.
avoiding his expensive
Something like
loafers.
that. No, I'm ready. Let's fucking go.
Alright, Frenchie's
I got
getting ready.
rashes.
Oh, he's...
Ready for it.
Oh, rashes. You've changed, man.
Pilsner. You know they only come in cans now? It's fucked up. There we go.
That's sad. Oh. Alright, he's taking his shirt off. Oh, wow.
It's because I don't want to get
doesn't
any
wanna-
on my new shirt. Did you see it? It was fire.
I couldn't really see it because we're in weird windows right now. Oh, he's standing up. He's got the abs on. Even in lockdown, Frenchie draws his abs on, guys. Or maybe he hasn't showered in lockdown.
Let's fucking
He's pouring it in.
go.
He's filling his Kmart shoe. Let's do it. Oh, that looks fresh, that shoe as well. That's a risk. Frenchie's the only comedian in Australia with athlete's foot of the throat. Oh, he's really chugging it down. Oh, that's.
I really took my time on that one. Cold, fresh.
How was
beer.
it? Nice.
Yeah, it's good. Fannon's enjoying it too.
He's licking it up.
Little spillage. Fuck yeah, that was delicious. There you go, guys. You got a little shoey on the podcast.
Yeah.
Isaac's up. Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say,
Oh my gosh.
do you see the UFC fighter? Bam
The
Bam
guy did the.
Tuivasa does the shoeys. Bro,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
from Western Sydney. Fuck, I hope he walks out the shoey one day. That'd be
That's
so
funny.
sick.
Oh, you
That'd be
should
so
try
fucking
and
sick.
hit him up. Hit him up and tell him to.
Oh mate, we
Guys,
will.
tweet him.
Get him on the
Tweet him.
fucking potty. Get him on the potty.
Just give
Talk
him a
for
tweet.
second.
Tell him that.
Okay, talk for
Send him a
second.
tweet, guys. I'm trying to, bro. Send him a tweet and let him know that you bought a shoe from Kmart and there was a shit in it. Don't worry about Frenchy's song. He can't hear us. Just tweet him and say, hey, Kmart, I bought a shoe and it had a shit in it. Send help. And then just see if he responds. Don't worry about Frenchy's song. I wish I rigged this wheel so it was just all do a line of pepper for Frenchy. That would have been comedy. That would have been really good, but I'm not that smart. Apart from looking like a genius next to my friend here. He's not going to know what I'm saying, so I wish I could get like tweets. People could ask me questions and I could tell you all Frenchy's dirt. But I think it sounds like he's going through some kind of package someone sent him, or maybe he's wanking. I'm not sure. Thanks for listening though, guys. Oh, here he is. Oh, he's putting a shirt on. He's taking his time, really. He's got terribly low nipples.
I do have low nipples. I do. How's the Tom and?
I was trying to talk shit about you.
How'd the Tom and Cherry podcast go?
I was just talking shit about you for the whole time.
Oh, bro. So people were going on about my feet the other day. Like I put them in an Insta
Oh,
story.
really?
Bro, roasting them in the DMs. I want to do a roast my foot post. Actually, I need to do that.
Oh, that's funny. Because you love to get your feet out as well. Like, you get them out in the fucking cinemas, on airplanes, fucking everywhere.
Bro. I can't argue with that. Dude. I fucking do, and it is nasty.
I reckon if someone was to draw your feet based on your body, I reckon they'd nail it. They're kind of long,
what do you mean?
Skinny. Long, skinny feet.
Veiny. They're heaps veiny. No, they're not. They're pretty fat.
Are they?
Fat feet.
Yikes.
I'm 6'4.5". They got to be, otherwise I wouldn't stay upright, bro.
Oh, brag. Brag.com.
6'4.5", can't I?
Who says and a half, by the way?
Someone who's 6'4.5".
Oh, someone who's trying to compensate.
Well, I don't want to say 6'5", because that's bragging, because I'm not taking.
That's lying. You just say 6'4".
I'm a bit taller than 6'4". I'm a bit taller.
All right, let's get back into it. What did you get up to on the weekend? You been watching anything, Frenchman?
Space Jam. Space. Yeah, I watched Space Jam on the weekend, guys. The new one with LeBron James.
I remember when that shit first came out, the original. I remember it really clearly, yeah.
Crazy good.
Yeah. Is it the same style, like, of animation? Like, kind of flat animation on, like, 3D people?
Oh, no, it kind of changes a bit.
Or they've made it more 3D animation?
No, it kind of changes a bit. It's a similar... I don't want to spoil it for you, but it evolves a little bit. It starts off that same sort of 2D animation, then it sort of new ages.
I don't think that's spoiling it.
Oh, yeah. So you saw some bad reviews for it, Tom, because we were talking before we got on the podcast, guys. Tom, I heard it was fucking shit. Boo.
I did see... All I've seen is just a few things being like, this is garbage. I vomited while watching Space Jam. It was like reviews like that.
Was it by haters or like legitimate sources, people you trust?
It was like, not people I trust. I'm talking like news sources saying that.
Okay. Well, I even wrote notes because I knew I'd be talking about it on the podcast. And the big thing to remember, Space Jam, okay? You got to remember, it's a kid's movie, okay?
Okay.
That's the hardest thing to remember, because I had a mate who was telling me about it. He's like, it's fucking shit, like, I could see that plot coming, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, it's for kids. There's fucking Bugs Bunny in it, can't you know what I mean? So, as long as you remember going into it, it's a kid's movie, you're going to enjoy it, okay? Go on.
I always thought Space Jam was the cum that was on the roof of the space station. I always thought that was Space Jam.
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson's Space Jam. Yeah.
Do you reckon space is like international waters? Is that like there's no rules?
Yes.
Surely. Because no one owns space. So if Richard
Branson hit you up and he's like, my team is obviously creating space travel and we're reaching out to a select few influencers, would you like to go to space? But it'll take 10 years of your life. Interested?
No. I wouldn't go if it would take 2 years of my life. Or
2
weeks of my life. Fuck, I want
2 weeks?
Space, bro. Would you really go
just
travel
be in
2
space?
Weeks? Unless everyone's in
Not
lockdown,
for 10
then I'd
years.
do it to get out of lockdown.
But then you could... But imagine your tour posters for the rest of the time. The only comedian to do stand-up in space. The biggest comedian who's been to space. You could really...
Bro, imagine doing... You'd bomb in space, but in that vacuum... That would be a deafening silence. Bro.
True. Bro, it already feels like that. I feel like I've been to space when I've been on stage and a joke doesn't land. I feel like I get anti-gravity for a moment.
I think... Yeah, I get that part of it, Tom, but also nothing about space really interests me. Like, all space movies suck, bro. I don't think I can name you two good space movies. Do you know what I mean? So if the movies are shit, why would the reality be any better? Movies are supposed to make the reality better. But
I reckon space would just be like... It'd be like a really long flight, you know? Like, there's only so much shit TV you can watch and bad food you can eat before you're like, all right, I'm ready to get there.
Yeah, and
they don't even have hot flight attendants. Yeah. There's no hot flight attendants to look at.
Bro, you would start struggling quick. Surely one of them jacked off.
Oh, surely.
Because Americans would have wanted to be the first to do everything on the moon.
Yeah.
So I feel like they would have said to Neil and Buzz, they would have been like, yo, we got to be the first to have sex on the moon. They'll be like, but it's only us up there. It's like one small dick for mankind.
Yeah, nice.
One giant
Yeah, fuck
cum.
yeah. That'd be pretty funny if they did. Like if you were gonna experiment, you might as well do it on the moon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. It's different like for different planets, man. And that might just be like, just moon sex. That's how they do it.
What do you reckon's the lamest planet to have sex on?
Planet?
Yeah.
Pluto. For sure. Because you'd be arguing over whether it's a planet or not the whole fucking time. And it's like, technically I'm a dwarf planet. And you're like, fuck off, dog.
And that's just a mood killer. Yeah,
and it's the furthest one away, so by the time you get there, she'll be all like sobered up and stuff, and she'll be like, I'm tired, let's just order Macca's and go to sleep. You're like, fuck. Good one, Pluto. Anyway, Space Jam. Okay. All I kept telling myself, I'm like, it's a kid's movie. Just enjoy the silliness of it. I will say this, very clunky setup. Because you know what the plot's going to be. It's going to be something to do with aliens. He's got to play a basketball game against his friends who are aliens. Something like that. You already know that. Very clunky setup. And like, I think they didn't do well was the setup. There was not many jokes during it. It was more like, this is we're moving the story along. Finally, we get to the Looney Tunes and we can make jokes. It was like a bit... I don't know. But the cartoon parts were sick. It was heaps funny when the cartoon characters are coming in. The commentators could have been funnier. Do you know Lil Ray, I think his name is?
No.
So
Sounds
he's like
familiar, but...
He's like an Aldi version of Kevin Hart.
Oh, yuck. So
if you think of Kevin Hart, but you can't afford him, you can pay like 1/10 of what he earns. That's him.
It's just an annoying dude. I feel like that's the version. Just annoying.
But yeah, there's a few good cameos in there. I don't want to spoil the cameos for you. You guys know I hate spoilers. I will say, you already probably know this, they tried to make Lola Bunny less hot.
Why would they do that?
I know, because you got to... Why would they do that? Especially when they're making like that Red Rooster character all fucking thick, Foghorn Leghorn, he's all thick and sexy. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I don't know, just on the original he was. But all the characters are sexy. So what they did, they gave her like these big buck teeth. They tried to make it like, bunny. It's like, yo, we know you got that booty, Lola. We know you know what you got.
Yeah,
but you still would. You'd look at her, you'd be like, yeah, still feed her the carrot. You know what I mean? Oh no. But anyway, what did you do on the weekend, Tom? Apart from the protest, because I know you were there.
Oh, yeah, I actually was the guy who punched the horse. Not many people talk about that. But...
Yo, how's my mate in one of my chats? He's like, fucking lol. He was at Rebel Sport in one of the streets they walked past, like an hour before they got there.
Oh, shit.
So he could have been on the news just accidentally. He was picking up a tennis racket.
That'd be the worst.
Click and collect.
That's funny, man. Imagine fucking accidentally getting in the middle of that.
It's something so like a Chevy Chase movie or something.
Yeah, 100%. He's like stumbling, but somehow he gets a sign and he's holding it like someone.
Yeah, and he's leading the speech. Oh, speaking of leading the speech, and he
punches the horse. We were actually. Yeah, let's talk about that. We were actually going to get John Bernard Kay on the podcast before this weekend. The guy who predicts the COVID cases in New South Wales. So he got a lot of popularity last week because he was going on the news circuit because his tweets were his TikToks were so popular for predicting the numbers of cases in New South Wales the day before. So he'd say there's going to be 112 and he'd have like a maths equation. I was like,
we talked about him on last week's podcast. Yeah,
that's right. And I hit him up and he said he'd come on. He was a fan of ours. And then over the weekend, huge fucking controversy. He was seen at the protests, but also doing a speech at the protests with a megaphone.
It was a hype speech.
Anyway, he said, I asked him this morning if he'd still come on, and he said yes. And I was like, fuck, all right, this is going to make some news. And but he's since realized he spoke to a lawyer because he's obviously got to go to court and all this shit. He couldn't come on. But that would have been interesting.
That would have been, like, we were very excited for it because although we don't agree, we don't think it was a smart move, we just wanted to have a discussion to get his side of the story. It's also interesting how he went from one of the most loved online personalities. He blew up in 2 weeks. Everyone loved him.
He was on every morning show. Like, he was on all the news.
And being hilarious on it. We talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Boom. Black Saturday.
Yeah, I was really interested to see, like, if he thought he was going to get this backlash or if in his circle this was the popular way of thinking. You know what I mean? Like, I was kind of curious about that.
Or if he believes the lockdown's never going to end and he can, like, and he feels like this is the way to, like, I don't know. We don't know. We don't know what he thinks. We don't know. We were just keen to have a discussion. But maybe 7 p.m. The project poached him, Tom. Do you think that could have happened?
Maybe, yeah.
I think he would have some interesting ideas for the podcast. I'm very interested to hear. But he took down his video, did you see? Or the backlash you got from him?
What was... so he posted... I didn't even see the video.
The video of the speech.
So he did... he posted that, yeah. He probably should. He got a lot of fucking... I saw a lot of articles really mad at him. But it would have been interesting. He looked fucking sad. He would be stressful.
That's another thing what we're talking about is misplaced anger. Is like, yeah, he was there doing a speech. Crazy amount of online abuse he's gotten from it. And the fines.
But I think it was obviously... No, but it was obviously very stupid. He's got more people on TikTok. If he wanted to make a statement, that's a place he could do it, safe, in his home, without spreading a virus. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a lot of followers. Definitely. There's smarter ways about it. That's my point. Definitely. Anyway, so I did on the weekend, Splendor in the Grass, was all virtual reality this year, which is so funny. Like, it was so weird. Originally, I was going to do it through the VR set, but it wasn't working very well. So I mainly watched it on TV. But basically, it was like you could make your own character and then actually go and be in the crowds and go to the bar and stuff. It was really fucking weird. So there's all these like kooky people dancing and shit.
What? Wait, so they made a whole Splendor and you could go to the bar and see other people.
There was a fucking medical tent. There was the police. There was like side stages.
When you saw, could you see other people who were in the VR at the time?
Yeah.
And were they dressed as themselves, or did they have like characters,
like,
or like what?
Characters, like little weird animated people dancing. Like you could still dance. I think I was actually a long-haired man. It was the closest I could get to me. I only had weird choices. I'm not sure if I fucked it up.
That's funny. Like, you can do anything. It's virtual reality. And Tom's like, I want to be myself. But with longer hair. I've always wanted to see what my hair would be like 15 inches longer.
I should have been a hot chick in retrospect. That would have been funner. But yeah, it was funny. Like,
I was thinking Lola Bunny or something like that.
So Instagram sent me an actual Oculus VR thing, and I thought it was just one of those things where you put your smartphone in and you kind of move around and it kind of looks like VR because it's 360 or whatever. But it's fucking actually really sick when I used it. Like, they're legit, like the quality's so much better now. Like, it actually, there's all games and shit you can do in VR, but it's like pretty fucking crazy. And you got these handholds and you can like make fists and do like movement and pick shit up and throw it and stuff. Pretty cool.
What could you pick up?
Like, I did like a training thing where you learn how it works and you can like shoot off hand rockets and throw shit around.
Fuck, so you can shoot rockets at the bands you're watching?
Oh, this wasn't in the band thing. This was separate.
Okay, go on. I feel like you're the sort of person, because you're an old soul, who may enjoy a festival more virtual on VR. Because you don't have to go line up, be in a crowd, get home.
True. Saying that, I've been to probably 100 more festivals than you.
Oh, yeah. I'm very lazy.
You've never been to a festival.
I've been to one. I crashed Cockatoo Island. Me and my friend jumped the
fence. That's not a festival.
It was. Back in the day.
What was it? Was it like a fucking cultural festival where you...
Was it a festival?
Where you... No. Doesn't count.
What was I going to say? So what was it like watching the bands? Did they play on a stage or where were they playing? From their living rooms?
So I watched a few, and some people were like in a stage setting. Some were like in kind of like they just shot it in like a warehouse or something. Some people had like a set they shot at. Some people had like I watched Client Liaison, and theirs was funny because it was obviously pre-recorded, but they shot it for this, so they do like costume changes and shit, and they had like extras like dancing and shit. Like it was really funny. Like they really went the extra mile. But some people were just like, some people did it just like a live set in a studio as well. But you could see it. So it was fucking weird. Like you could be like, I just want to see the band view where it's like the pre-recorded video, or you could be like, I want to be side stage, or I want to be in the mosh pit, or I want to see the crowd. Like it was kind of funny like that. So you could just go and watch people fucking dancing all their little characters. It was really strange.
That's fucking sick. Yeah, that's kind of like... that's the world we live in now, Tom. This is it. This is our lives. VR lives, reality. Baby. VR lives. Who was the best, you reckon?
I didn't see enough shit. Like, it kind of went all day, and it
definitely
doesn't have the same vibe, you know?
How good are silent discos?
They're so fun. They're actually fun.
They're sick. They're
really cool.
Sick.
Yeah. They should do that more, I reckon.
The boys did that once, like, for their own party. They had they had like they hired out a hotel room. I was away, and they had maybe 12, 15 of them bringing Bluetooth headphones, and then they just fucking... I don't even know if they could get all on the same one. Oh no, they could do a shared playlist on Spotify, some shit like that.
That's
funny.
And
they were just fucking doing it themselves.
That's a good idea. It's a good way to get around like noise restrictions and having parties.
That's what they were saying.
That's sick. I love that.
No, definitely, man. That's exciting. Did your missus get into it or not?
A little bit. Like, we listened to some shit, but it's like...
But you only had one headset?
Oh, we were watching it on the TV most of the time, but I do only have the one headset. So
when you were in it, was she just, like, fucking with you?
Yeah, she actually did. She got my dog and put it, like, his dick in my face for, like, a few minutes until I took off the headset. And I was, like, literally, I was almost sucking off the dog. It was terrifying.
That is funny. What if you did, bro? What if you did?
Oh, bro, if I'm like, there's a mouthpiece for this VR.
You can only do that shit in space, not on Earth, bro. Not on Earth.
Yeah, that's it. We've actually got a guest joining us.
Oh, is
We've got a guest joining us shortly.
I was going to say, let's get
very
some
shortly,
stories, but we can wait for him. Who's coming on, Tom?
Wait
and see. Is it a wait and see?
A little creator called Lewis Spears, who's been on the podcast before. He's coming in to tell us a little story about some mischief he's been getting up to. Bit of a stitch up, apparently. Let's just see, make sure he hasn't messaged me.
Frenchy getting some shrapnel going on with this stitch up.
Alright, he just asked.
Yeah, the fucking boys.
Yeah, sick. He's coming in shortly.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, so at least we got one guest in. One is probably in prison. The other coming in.
Right, it's crazy how many snitches we got in Australia. But did you see 10,000 people tips to the hotline?
That's hilarious.
A lot of snitches, bro. They're gonna be a lot of stitches if they're getting doled out.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, it's
hello,
Frenchy. Frenchy's just joined us.
Going? It's Twitter Frenchy. How you going, mate?
Hey, mate. How are you?
Oh, he's put Frenchy on his fucking... Okay, I was just why he called him that.
So Lewis was telling me this week that he's been getting up to some mischief on Twitter, and we haven't talked about it yet, Lewis. So I'll let you fill us in on what you've been doing.
Can we say hello, how you going first? Or not?
Sure.
Hello, how you going?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I meant him, not you,
I'm
you
good.
fucking big-headed fuck. Look how big Tom's head compared to ours.
Yeah, your head is huge, bro.
I think
I'm looking at you vertically. I reckon you need to be landscaped, man. This is dire.
Bro, it's a fat one.
What is this? Some kind of thin head gang up?
Yeah, it really is.
Thin heads unite.
Two Frenchies coming at me all of a sudden.
Oh, the beard
That's
boys
right. Although
too.
Frenchy,
look at us with our beards, eh?
Lewis's is much better than yours, Frenchy.
How long have you been growing yours, Lou?
A few weeks, not long.
Frenchie's been growing his whole life.
This is actually after a fresh shave. Mine actually got too long, so I shaved it down.
You can't do that. That's arrogant. That's like, shave
yeah.
down.
I actually got to a point where I thought, you know what, Frenchie, too much beard, and I trimmed it down.
Too much beard.
I think we need one of those hair sponsors that do like hair balding people, and we can do it for your beard.
Rogaine for your chin.
Yeah, for your face, Frenchy.
Fuck yeah, let's get it. Let's do it.
All right, so what have you been getting up to?
Look, I've had a pretty interesting couple of days, Frenchy, and this might, what I'm about to tell you, might explain why your mentions on Twitter have been fucked for the last couple of days. So, over on the Luke and Lewis podcast, we posted a TikTok from one of our episodes of us trashing a BTS stan. I was walking around Chadstone, a big shopping centre here in Melbourne, and I saw these two BTS fangirls doing loops of the shopping centre with handmade signs, just advertising the K-pop boy band's new album for free, just as a little hobby. So, obviously, I did what any reasonable person would do in that situation, and I thought, oh, those two girls have a mental illness. That's fucking insane behaviour. That's fucking crazy. That's wild. They're not being paid. That's obviously deranged behavior, right? I think that's a fairly reasonable statement to have. You see a couple people advertising a Korean boy band for fun. You go, oh, those guys have lost it. Put them in a home, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
So I...
Yes?
Do we all cut out?
Yeah. No, okay, what a awkward silence that was. See, what I heard was Frenchy start a sentence.
Yeah, no, we just talk over each other. Don't stop when I talk, otherwise we'll never get anything done. No.
All right, okay. So we posted a clip of that on our TikTok, right? And the guy who does our TikToks very naively hashtagged all of the BTS hashtags. So TikTok delivered that, us trashing the fan base straight to the fans. They went fucking nuts. They downloaded it, put it on Twitter, and the clip of us trashing BTS fangirls has like 100,000 views on Twitter. Yeah. I start getting inundated. They track down my Twitter. They start trashing me. They start reporting all of my old tweets. They go straight to Manscaped and start saying, stop sponsoring his podcast. So I think, this is getting terrible. I need to do something drastic. And I had the very genius idea. I thought, right, who can I throw under the bus here? My good mate Frenchy. And I immediately changed my display picture and my name on Twitter to Frenchy, all right? We look vaguely similar. We've got very thin heads. I thought, look, these girls are so dumb. This is going to work. I change all of my social media on Twitter to Frenchy, and I go, whatever you BTS stans do, please do not cancel my tour. Dates can be found here, FrenchyComedy.com. And they got to work. My replies are just full of people getting screenshots from your videos and calling me, thinking they're talking to you, ugly, which is very rude. Saying that I've got a shit beard.
Oh,
it
true.
Worked great.
That
can't be true. They must have known it was you.
I wrote, as the world's oldest comedian, I, Frenchy, demand more respect from you young BTS stans. 150 quote tweets. That really set them alight. I tweeted this photo of you shirtless with as me, as Frenchy going, don't make me unleash the beast, girls.
Yeah, it was my tour poster for Unleashed. I saw that one.
Another tweet, this one's my personal favorite. I used to be a teacher. I know how to discipline you.
Creepy Frenchy.
It's so fucking dumb that they thought like they fell for this shit. What about the one, I'm got it up now, where I'm covered in Vegemite doing the Vegemite pterodactyl? You posted that. And you've written, you think you can hurt me? I am a god.
No, that was actually from your account, Frenchy.
No, I retweeted that. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So I did that, and then I just let that sit for a few hours, and then I just silently changed my display picture and my name back to Lewis Spears, and I haven't gotten any hate since. So I think I've really successfully transferred the mental illness and derangement and anger of the BTS fan base from me over to you. How are your mentions looking now?
Well, that was like, I didn't notice till you changed it back, so I was just very confused. I was like, okay, some shit's going on, and then I saw one of your tweets about Frenchy. I'm like, why is Lewis tweeting this? And we wasn't saying Frenchy, it was just saying Lewis, and so I had to really do some research. But then there was no start for where it started. You just randomly, like, you were like Jungkook, something about him. And then you're like, I'm Frenchy, don't cancel my tour, and did my link to my website. I'm like, lucky I don't have any shows on. You fucking.
Well, that's why I did it. I did check to see if you had any shows on, because I would have felt so bad if they actually got your shows taken down. So I did check to make sure you were bulletproof.
So I wrote, I retweeted one of Lewis's, and I wrote, as the world's thinnest comedian, I, Lewis Spears, also demand you stands respect Frenchy. I'm like, I'll get on board. I'll take some shrapnel from the K-pop fans. Are fun to wind up. Do you know what I mean? And
yes, they are.
A couple of them, hook, line, and sinker. I got a great meme. Someone, Ian Bott wrote, "Dumbass, not everything is comedy," and the meme is, "Here's that attention you ordered."
That's funny,
bro. There's like, and I wrote the joke going over their head, and they're so dumb. Oh my goodness, it's just.
I love it.
Oh, so Tom, I'm thinking, Matt, why don't we get Tom involved in the BTS world?
Oh, you're trying to pass it off to me. I like it.
Yeah, I think so. It seems like an STD. Like, you can really transfer this thing. And if anything, if Tom knows anything about catching stuff, it is STDs.
Yeah, that's
true. Children.
I think you should be looking at revenge for Lewis instead of trying to pass the buck to me for no reason.
I thought it was funny. I've already got involved. Remember when Alex, so Alex Williamson got in trouble with all the K-pops for one of his tweets. Everyone just jumped in on that. I was like, yeah, it's fun doing it as a crew. It's fun, especially when you're not like the big problem, and when they do more research, like, oh fuck, he didn't actually say anything about Jungkook. But they're a fun fan base to wind up. There's certain, like Tom started Kmart today on this podcast, Lou. He started trolling them.
Oh, so Lewis, we've got a wheel we've been using. I'll show you. This is our episode where we get a wheel of misfortune that we've been spinning. And I think we'll spin it and we'll see what it lands on. But you have the option.
See what it lands on first.
No, he's got the option as a guest.
We'll do it.
He can assign it to one of us. He's got
to
the power.
himself or one of us. Okay,
right.
Yeah, that's
one
good.
of us.
Fair.
All right,
or to himself. So he might want to do a prank call.
Yep. All right. Here we go.
Talk about the great Jimmy Fallon, guys. If there's one thing I love sitting down and watching, it is a guy in a suit who looks like Jimmy Kimmel, is called Jimmy also, but isn't Jimmy Kimmel, and just sits down, and no matter what the guest says, even if they were telling a terrible story about their father killing themselves, he laughs.
He does.
And that's just what I want to see. Yeah, he's like, some guest will come in and be like, man, I lost my wife to cancer, and then on the way to the funeral, all of my children were killed in a terrible truck accident, and he'll go, LOL! That's the funniest shit ever! Snoop Dogg, everybody!
Right.
He does do that. Frenchy hates him with a passion. Frenchy has a lot of passion about it.
When was he ever fucking good though, Lewis? Like, how did he even get that job? Name one thing he's good at.
He was doing blackface for a little bit on The Man Show.
Oh, well, apart from that, name one other good thing he's done. No, that was a joke. That was a joke.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think... Honestly, do you reckon the laugh is genuine? I kind of think that it is. Because I feel like if I was getting ripped so hard by the internet for something that I was doing on purpose, I would stop doing it. I reckon he can't control it. Yeah. I reckon he truly does think people like Jojo Siwa are that funny.
I think you kind of have to. You kind of have to be a bit like that to work.
She is good.
To work on SNL, they have some fucking shit sketches. So I think you do have to have a very broad sense of humor to enjoy it.
Maybe that's how he got the job, where he just climbed the ladder by being like such a positive, receptive audience member.
Totally.
Like every idea anyone came to him, he was like, "Man, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard," and I've heard 10 of the funniest things I've ever heard in the last 10 minutes.
Bro,
everyone just remembered, man, Jimmy's such a nice guy. Let's give him the job.
Totally.
Do you find SNL is embarrassing how bad it is? Like, they have a budget. They have 10 of the best improv writers, comedians in the country, and it's fucking worse than internet skits. It's fucking embarrassing.
I think.
Well, yeah, it is. It's just... You know what? I reckon there's just too many cooks. And then executives are probably just giving notes and feedback to comedians. Because, look, let's face it. The career writers on SNL, they're writing for that show because they never made it in stand-up. Like if you were truly good enough to be like a really, really great stand-up comedian, Why wouldn't you just do that? It's more fun. It's more money. It's more rewarding. I feel like a lot of those comedians are just guys and girls that never really made it. There's a few really talented people that write for those shows that are really great, but I feel like a lot of the off-screen talent, perhaps, are just sitting there either coming up with shit ideas or like butchering other people's ideas. Because if you were in around a table with like 20 people writing one idea, if I would feel like, not every idea needs my idea. Do you know what I mean? But then I feel like you would get to a point where it's like, well, shit, if I don't say something or give some feedback, maybe I'm not contributing, maybe I'll lose the job. So I feel like when 20 people all throw their ideas at like 1-2 minute bit, it goes from the original idea, which might have been awesome, to just some really watered down, generic, weird thing that has too much thought put into it. And then after that, it goes to the executives who then go, I don't know about that. Toyota won't like that joke. Cut that. You know?
There's a really good doco you can watch about like the whole process, and it's in the era where it's like Bill Hader and those dudes. And like the process is just insane. Like they do like a fucking 18-hour day where they're working at fucking 3 a.m, coming up with ideas. So they're literally sleep deprived, just coming up with the kookiest shit. And then it shows the process. Like some actually present the sketch to an audience, and then it gets culled after that. And some great comedians you've heard of never even got their sketches on air because they never made it through to on air. Like it's so wild. It's a weird world.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think comedy is like, I feel like, up to 5 people can make something great. Because even when we get to like the Melbourne Comedy Festival, and there's now like fucking 12 boys that are doing shit. Like you get all of us in a room at the same time, we won't make anything. Because it's just too much shit. It often, when we like collaborating with each other, but we'll often go like, all right, groups of 3 or 4, we make 5 things, and then we'll switch up the group a little bit, make 5 more things. It's like, you get 20 people to write one thing. Yeah. It's not going to be good.
It needs to be one person's vision. You need to say, and that's how we do it. It's like, write your own script. This is probably going to be the script. We'll go through it on the day. If anyone has any ideas or punch up their own lines, fuck yeah. If not, you can't understand how I view it in my head. Just trust me. This one will be good. If not, I won't post it.
Well, yeah, that's how it has to be. Like I remember years ago when we were all kind of starting, we all kind of came up with a rule of when we were in the same city, if your idea wasn't scripted, don't even bring it. Because sometimes, I'd done it before, right? Oh, I've got this idea for a thing, and we're all in the room, and you can't write it like that. You can make something better after it's written. Like, Frenchy will come with a script, and then we'll go, oh, what if instead of that we do this? That helps. But if you just come and go, oh, I have an idea about a girl and a guy doing this, and it's like from nothing, it won't get made well because it'll just be too many ideas.
Yeah, totally.
Bro, that's what's crazy about the shoot days we used to have, because we used to have to shoot for YouTube. It'd be like 3-4 dudes doing a 5-minute skit all day. Now, fucking TikTok is literally like, you can have a 1-hour shoot and get 18 TikToks each. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not that anyone collabs anymore, because you just put a
changed.
T-tail on your head and you're a fucking girl. It's like crazy, bro.
Dude, that's funnier. Like when you started, it was like, man, I must find the hottest, funniest female actor. And then Jimmy Jackson came along, was like, I'm just going to wear a T-towel. And it's better.
Yeah.
True.
But no, 100%. Not better for it's not better, it's different. I think they like it more lo-fi on TikTok. They're more like videos we could make that in by ourselves. Like, do you know what I mean? They don't want too high production. They don't want you to try too hard.
Yeah, I think it's just more relatable when it's a little bit shit, because that's, it's something that someone can make in their home. Like TikTok is so very much, you make an idea and then like a 9-year-old with their shitty Android can remake it.
Yeah.
That's the whole platform.
Put a BTS song underneath it and you're good.
Yeah.
We were talking about
poses Frenchy and ruin his career.
We were talking about this earlier. We were going to have, the TikTok prediction guy who attended the rally on the weekend. On the Saturday morning, we asked him to come on the podcast, and then obviously this all flared up, and we were still going to get him on because we thought it'd be good news and interesting conversation.
He pulled out half an hour before we started. We were so devoed, but But as someone who probably went to the Melbourne protest, what was it like, Lewis?
Man, the atmosphere was awesome. Like I was fire breathing. I was going, hey, government, I don't want to put poisonous chemicals in my body. And then I would just take a swig of methylated spirits and go, whoosh. Metho's not poison, it's a snack. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I got to say, boys, congratulations on your lockdown. You know, as someone from Melbourne, I'm loving it. You know, just watching you guys have case after case. It looks like it's going to be months, boys. And can I just say, sucked in. Welcome to hell. It's never going to end.
Yeah, no, we can't. We got to take that. Melbourne had it worse so far too. You guys are out on Wednesday, aren't you? That's what they're saying.
Yeah, hopefully. I do love though that like you guys had like. It seems like 70% of an actual lockdown, you had it for a couple weeks, and then you were like, fuck it, biggest protest the country's ever seen. This is enough.
And bro, I'll tell you what, this lockdown, compared to our first lockdown, is so loose. Like, it isn't even it's not even a real lockdown, which is dumb. Like, yeah, if you're going to do it. But, like, it's like a weird half one where people...
Don't do this.
People are literally going to the shops and going to fucking like Hot Dollar, like everything was open, and they were just like.
It seems really weird. I was looking at your lockdown, going, I don't understand how it's a lockdown, and then Gladys comes and it goes, all right, guys, all right, that's enough. No browsing. You can still buy things, but don't decide what you want to have while you're there. And it's like, okay, cool, an unpoliceable rule, great. I think not like if you're going to do a lockdown, either do it properly or don't do it at all. Because if you do it half-assed, it just hurts businesses, fucks mental health, and gets no result.
Exactly.
Like if you're going to fuck business and mental health, you might as well try and get a result.
Otherwise, it's dumb. Like
it doesn't work.
Exactly. The only ones, not that it works, but like you do a snap one, you go hard out for 5 days, see where the cases are at. Not like and they always give you a day's warning, which is the dumbest fucking thing. You'll be like Thursday or Friday morning, they'll be like, tomorrow, guys, we're going to go into lockdown, so have fun at the pub tonight. It's like, well, now we're just going to go fucking mental, aren't we?
They
literally give you, like, the night.
It is crazy.
Right, it's never... No,
it is nuts. I saw that with the protesters, I watched I don't know who he is, like your police commissioner or something. You know, the guy that's like, oh, no, people in Bondi aren't following the rules. Quick! Raid the western suburbs.
I know,
Destroy Western Sydney.
That was fucking weird, bro.
It's insane.
It is really weird.
I don't know how Bondi don't cop it more. Yeah, I think we should. I was thinking that it's only fair that Bondi and Western Sydney do a house swap just for a week. Because Bondi started and now Western Sydney are fucked. So they do a house swap as saying sorry. And then you see how much you fucking enjoy lockdown doing in Western Sydney compared to fucking Bondi.
Although... I don't know. Like, I don't know if like I would as a big fan of Aussie rap. I don't think I would like 1-4 as much if they were rapping about Bondi Beach. You know, like, bro, we take a knife down the Bondi. Never need to use it. It's really safe. But
I like it.
Might go for a surf, Eshe.
Right. I still like it. I think it's good point of difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with all this lockdown stuff because it seems like you guys, from like as someone who went through it in Melbourne, it looks like you guys are not going to get like past this for months.
Yeah,
like this is what we
the cases
went through.
are fucking high.
Similar cases. The cases are fucked. You add in the protest and then also how much more contagious Delta is. Looks like you guys won't get out of this for months, which means the rest of the country are just going to be going in and out of snaps. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen to my tour. I think I'm going to do my shows, but like honestly, I reckon I won't be surprised if I fly to one state thinking I'm going to do a show that night, and then they go, nah, 2 weeks lockdown, and then I'm in quarantine. It seems like
was
a
your
really
Sydney
weird
supposed
environment,
to be like,
and it's because we don't have vaccines.
Was your Sydney supposed to be like this or next week? Or this month?
My Sydney was supposed to be September, but the venue just preemptively cancelled it. They were like, look, we don't think it's responsible to have a show. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair enough. Because I got a friend in England who caught COVID twice.
Wow.
He got the first COVID, like original OG COVID. He was one of the OGs. He was patient zero. He was actually Batsu himself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I to be honest, whenever I talk to him, I think the accent's a bit racist, but whatever. He keeps doing it. But yeah, he got COVID the first time, and he's like he's in his 20s. He reckons it wasn't really a big deal. He had a bit of a cough. It was nothing. But then he caught COVID again, like recently, a few months later, he got Delta. He reckons he almost died like 3 times from just coughing fits. He was coughing so much that he couldn't inhale. He was only exhaling because he was coughing. Couldn't breathe. He like passed out from coughing, had to call an ambulance. Like, this one seems real fucking dangerous.
That's weird that he got it the first time and then you didn't get any antibodies. Like, that's fucked, eh? Do you know what I mean? I feel like if you get it once, usually it doesn't hit you as bad the next time. Isn't that what, like, a vaccination does?
Well, you would think that.
Antibodies?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't have caught the original COVID again. But since the mutation... He's got this one.
That's what's so fucked.
I don't know.
It's just
but what I do know is that he's getting so much money from Dr. Fauci for like saying that he's had COVID. Like, he's a real good actor and like going, "Oh, I've got COVID," and like he's so good at pretending that it's real. It's really impressive.
That's awesome. All right.
I'm just trying to give you like the experience of having that other TikTok guy on.
We've got Frenchy. We don't need him.
Yeah, bro. No, it's real, but...
Should we do one more wheel spin?
Is lockdown the best strategy?
Look, you want to know what I think? I think it's real, but I also think it was man-made. I love the protesters going, this virus is man-made. And it's like, okay, cool, so then you should take it seriously. Like, you can't say that it's man-made, but also it's not dangerous. If we made it, it's fucking good shit.
Yeah.
It's like
we
ketamine.
Make the best weapons. What we need to do is just make another. They're not a vaccination. You need to make a bigger virus to take down that virus. That's how like the animal kingdom works. That's the only way forward.
That's good.
Super AIDS.
Super AIDS. There you go. Perfect. And then everyone will worry about super AIDS because we don't give a fuck. Like, remember, like 2019, everyone's like, save the environment, climate change. No one's talking about that anymore. It's over because we got fucking Batsu to worry about. So perfect. So that's how we solve climate change, by giving everyone COVID. How do we get solve COVID?
Dude,
give
honestly,
something worse.
With COVID has made me completely forget about the environment. Like, I used to care about the environment. I used to care about animals. And now, because of COVID, I'm out there protesting, punching horses. I don't recycle anymore.
We're going to use that as a clip to cancel you.
Oh, no.
That was perfect. Can you add BTS in there or something? There was just one more little keyword we needed.
Yeah, if you're a fan of BTS, that's literally a mental illness. Please get help.
There you go. That was Dr. Spears, guys. You heard it here first. Dr. Spears working for the New South Wales government.
Back to BTS, my favourite reply was when I was posting photos of you, Frenchy. My favourite reply was... people were going, "Oh, how could you bully teenage girls? You look like you're 42." And I thought that was very, very mean. I read that and I was like, "Oh," and then I realized, oh no, it was actually about Frenchy.
Oh no, I got an old face and an older body. I'm 42 is not bad, not bad. I'll be looking fucking 62 after this fucking lockdown. Don't worry about that. Won't see the sun.
Oh man, I'm not jealous of you guys at all.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. I reckon.
It is. All joking aside, it's tough. I hope you boys are doing all right.
All good. Frenchie's wearing a tinfoil hat, but I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
I'm going, bro. I'm going down. The lizard people are controlling all this. Now, fuck Gladys Bart. Over $400,000 a year. Fuck, she knows what to do. Let's get everyone stop working. I'm fucking going to get paid more, you fucking idiots. Fuck it. No, don't even get me started.
Frenchie's gone really back to something we changed. We were saying it's more at the higher level.
Do the spin.
All right, I'm going to spin the wheel. This one's for you, bitch.
For Lewis or for me? Lewis
or
me?
Frenchie.
I don't know. You might call Lewis a bitch too. I don't know.
Frenchie gets to make a prank call to Kmart now.
Another one.
Let's go.
No, which Kmart are we doing?
You get to choose.
Okay.
Just remember, browsing is illegal.
Yep.
What's your local
So this
Kmart,
is our third
Lewis?
Call to Kmart now.
Lewis, what's your local
My local
Kmart?
Frankston Kmart, bro.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
he just said.
Perfect. That'll be fucking perfect.
So this is our third one, Lewis. The first time the chick I called up and I asked if they had ketamine, and she went to check the system. Press 2.
To hear this
Dude, you're calling Frankston Kmart. They're definitely going to be sold out.
Press 2, Frenchy. Press 2, Frenchy.
For ketamine, press 2.
Here we go. Hope they sell it to him.
You can still go in there, I guess. It's still open.
Yeah. Yeah. Suspense.
Fuck.
Man, I reckon they've obviously had all of it. They've eaten it all.
100%.
So.
It's in high demand.
I don't think they're picking up.
No, it's not looking
The
good.
one phone in
Dodged a
Frankston
bullet.
is not picking up. Let me try another one. One more.
One more. That was the last
You know what? On while you're calling the next one, Frankston Kmart. Real interesting thing about it. I'd never seen this at a Kmart before. At my local, I'd moved to Frankston, and then I went to Kmart, and they have a whole at the front of the store. They got a whole section that I've never seen at a Kmart. Whole like massive aisle that's huge. And I'm like, oh, what section is this? And I look at everything. It's like everything's on a massive discount, and it's like stuff that should not be on sale.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then I realized that the entire section is selling at a discounted price, partially stolen goods.
Oh, that's so funny. I've never seen that.
like a giant pack of half stolen pencils, half like a Lego box with all of the yellow bricks taken out. It's very Frankston.
G'day. Is this Kmart?
Hello?
Hey, do you have any K?
Hello? You're a bit choppy. I can't hear you clearly.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you have any K in stock? This is Kmart, yeah?
Hello? Hello? Huh?
Hello.
Have you muted her?
No. She just couldn't hear
that's
me.
weird.
This has been a
shame.
disaster.
Oh, wow.
Shame. Tom,
All right, I'll spin the wheel.
I was ready. I was ready for that. Tom's going to do a line of pepper.
Ah. Do a shoey.
Ah, there we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I got my dirty Vans as well. They're filthy.
Oh no, taking me back to the
beautiful.
UFC.
Beautiful.
All right, I don't have
did you watch
beer
it?
at my house, so I'm having Fireball.
Yeah, so good.
Fireball and Pepsi out of a shoe.
I never would have thought I would watch someone say Eshe to Joe Rogan. Never in my life.
That's
Fucking
funny,
What
eh?
a sick on, eh? Right, that's repping. That's repping.
So this is a weird shoey, but I'm going a shot of Fireball and then pouring some Pepsi in. It's a mixed drink.
Little cocktail shoey. Little cocktail.
Very
Fireball
nice.
Pepsi shoey. That is...
Yeah. I know.
Whatever you're into. Whatever you're into.
It burns. Oh, yeah.
No sugar though. That's healthy.
Yeah, that's it. Watch the figure.
How's your potty and stuff going? You guys just been doing it virtually?
Yeah, well, yeah, we're doing it virtually also, but because Luke is touring right now, so for him to do his show in Perth, he had to cancel all of his Melbourne shows, and then he flew from Melbourne to Darwin, and he's currently in Darwin in their quarantine facility for 2 weeks, so that he can fly from Darwin to Perth. Because
shit,
Darwin is the only state that hasn't had its borders closed off by everyone else.
Crazy.
So he's gone to Perth via Darwin quarantine.
That's nuts.
Bro, my brother's got a theory that
And it's
that Bundy kills COVID. Thoughts on that?
oh really?
Yeah, I think it's something to go by. Like, Queensland don't really get many cases. Darwin, never. Bundy kills COVID.
Eventually, you'll kill
That's
enough
true.
brain cells that you won't even worry.
Man, exactly. Like
listening.
that's got to be it. Or alternative reason, like it could be Bundy because obviously no one in Brisbane has it, or it could be like the more racist you are, the less susceptible you are, which would explain why there's nothing in Brisbane or Darwin, you know, and that's why a lot of the people who don't think that COVID is real also call it like the Wuhan, the China virus.
And that's why it's that's why this one originated in Bondi. That's why there's a lot of
exactly.
people
You know,
there,
it came from Bondi. This is adding up. I think
Makes
this
sense,
really
yeah.
adds up. You know, and then that's why it seems like none of the cops have it, and they all see people breaking the rules in Bondi, and instead decide to raid the Western Sydney suburbs.
That's why cops can't
I
get
think
either.
this could be the reason.
You know, Tom voted for One
Absolutely,
Nation.
we all know that cops are immune.
Tom voted for One Nation.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he told me about it. He
said-
called me. He goes, "Hey man, I'm voting for One Nation. Are you?"
Yeah, he said, "I want the nation
What
to
a
become
stitch
one."
up.
Well, you did. You want the
Yeah.
nation to become one. You had good intentions.
Yeah.
I just love small business owners, and I like that fish and chip shop she had at that one time.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I spoke to Tom about it, he's like, look, I said, dude, isn't One Nation a little bit racist? He goes, no, look, honestly, I don't think One Nation are perfect. I said, well, what do you disagree with them on? And he goes, oh, well, they dropped the White Australia policy.
I was off that. In retrospect, I was off that.
You know, this podcast has given Tom such a bad reputation. When we were at the music festival together, we bumped into Tom at the music festival. People, I don't know if you know this, Frenchy, but people at the music festival, I was walking around with Tom, they were going, Tom, love your work, mate. Keep fucking those kids. Screaming at a music festival like, hey, it's the pedophile. And Tom's just going, yep, how you going? That's me. And then people who don't know who Tom is are looking at him like he's some sex pest. They're going, oh my God, there's a pedophile here. And then going, oh my God, he's admitting to being a pedophile.
Chicks love a bad boy.
He's
love
doing
a bad boy.
He's doing the
Young
finger guns. He's claiming it.
Yeah.
He's I think
They're
it's
very
kinda like-
supportive.
Yeah.
It could be like kind of like when you get interrogated long enough, often you'll admit to a crime that you didn't do. I think he's just been caught, or
Yeah.
you'll start doing that crime. So I think he's just been caught it long enough. He's like, fuck it, embrace it.
Well, yeah, that's why
the
I
role.
had to leave like after the festival.
Yeah, it turns out I was just playing a character this whole time. His name is Marcus Dibble.
This calls for a judge. Ooh.
Right, we haven't
For
talked
those who
about
don't
that on the
know.
How
podcast-
crazy is that?
on the
We haven't
podcast
talked about
yet.
that yet.
Holy shit! Holy fucking shit!
Matt, honestly, like I think Australia, with all the like pedophiles on YouTube, Australia was overdue. Like we
Yeah.
didn't have any, we had none, and then we get that guy. Fuck him! What an animal!
Dude,
you know,
what a
and
piece of
he
shit.
pled guilty to it as well,
Bro.
And
he did
there's because I remember I saw he's pleading guilty. He did it. Fuck him. He can rot in prison. But like there's I put up a podcast clip about it. Got a bunch of views. There's heaps of girls in the comments going, "Oh, he did this to me. He did this to me."
Fuck.
Like he was a fucking menace. Like a
So for those who
knowing
don't know, because we
menace.
haven't talked about it, Marcus Dibble was a YouTube comedian probably 5 years ago. It was really popping off. Like he was doing a lot of
Yeah.
call out videos. He was calling out like retarded kids and stuff.
I never liked that. I thought it was funny at first, but then he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna bully the intellectually
Yeah, yeah.
disabled," and I'm like, "Dude, leave Tom alone." That's
Yeah, so he'd do videos like that. He'd do videos calling out people, and about maybe a year ago, I saw a video by a creator called Michaela Tester.
I saw that as well.
Yeah, and she's
I couldn't find
like
it.
an
Tom told me about it,
OnlyFans.
and I couldn't find it. He like
She took it down.
She took it down, but you had to use a VPN because he obviously reported it as bullying or whatever. So you had to use a VPN and set it to America, and I was like, how haven't I fucking heard of this? So basically, when
So it's still up.
no,
but
it's not anymore. I
in
checked. I
Australia.
checked recently, and it's no longer there. But it was for quite a while. And basically, her and her friend Bailey, they're both OnlyFans creators now, and they're of age, obviously.
Yeah.
But when they were underage, like 15 and shit, he used to message them and ask for nudes and stuff. And they showed the messages,
knowing their ages.
yeah. And he'd show the message. They showed the messages, so they had all the screenshots and shit. And it was really creepy. Like he wrote nudes as in like N00DS, like kind of like a kid would say and stuff. Like he was
Yeah, he was typing
super
like a
creepy.
child. It was,
and he'd be like,
real
he
predator shit.
literally said a line that was I want to see your boy chest because they're like undeveloped
Oh!
children.
disgusting.
Yeah, like fucked.
Like
And this is
heinous shit.
This is a guy that we obviously didn't know, and we filmed with him. We filmed with him.
Yeah, I've done a video. One of my biggest, one of the first times I went properly viral on YouTube, that's with him in it, and I'm like torn. I'm like, fuck, do I take that down? I've added a comment at the top going, this guy's fucked. He's admitted to a bunch of heinous things. I disavow him because I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to take it down and pretend that I never worked with him.
I think
but I also don't really want to leave it up either. So I don't know. I might take it down.
I was thinking with yours because I watched.
I don't know.
After you said it, I watched your video, and you could easily just edit his section out, and the video would still work.
I'll do that because you can on YouTube. You can just crop out sections.
I thought you can only do the end or the start.
No, you can edit whatever.
No, you can just edit out whatever.
No, because like I was thinking that too because I got a video of him up. But, like, I don't want to... Yeah, exactly
What's it called?
What you said. Like, you can't pretend...
What's it called, Frenchy?
Yo, check this, Lewis. So, we filmed a video with him. We filmed a video of him. We didn't know he was a pedophile, okay? Obviously not. We wouldn't have fucking filmed with him. We've already got one in the... No.
No, it came... Honestly, dude, it came out of fucking nowhere. Especially because he himself made videos trashing other photographers for being creepy and being predators.
That's what it was like.
So, like, he was, like, really against that. And it's like, and then it comes out and it turns out that he's doing it.
And like really bad. Like his conviction was for he was going to meet up with a 14-year-old or 13.
Her parents are the ones that went to the police.
Because
like,
he booked an Airbnb and was going to meet her after already asking for like explicit photos and she'd sent them and shit. Like really fucked up.
Yeah.
It'd be so hard to not
and now,
fucking... As the parents...
He's sentencing...
Sorry, I was going to say, as the parents...
Before you go in... I love Zoom. You go. How good Zoom, bro? Sorry, you go. No, I'll go. Yeah, all right, I'll do my bit short. It's so fucked that I read in the courts, his lawyer is now asking for a suppression order to protect his name and to not reveal the sentencing. So you'll notice there's only 2 articles, and the most recent one was the lawyer asking for a suppression order so that the newspapers can't talk about the case, and there's been nothing since then. So I guess we can assume they granted the suppression order. So we may never know unless someone leaks it if he gets convicted. If he does, how much time does he get? We may never know.
That's so fucked. Because, like, especially in something like that, it should be like a awareness thing, like stay away from this guy.
A deterrent.
That's why I was like worried about us having, like, I went through and I removed photos with him because I was like, I don't want to be like, this guy's cool, I'm friends with him, you can trust him, you know what I mean? That's all I was worried about. Like, I don't want to vouch for someone who's obviously a piece of shit and we didn't know.
No, you're right. We got to do an edit saying, yo, the guy in the video is like a convicted pedophile. Don't. Yeah. But
you do.
I was going to say, you know the video we filmed with him was about, was it called, Tom, like worst Year 9 party ever, where we played Year 9 kids?
It's your
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He had a stiffy the whole time.
Had a stiffy the whole time. He's like one of the actresses getting here. Like, I'm a method. I'm like, okay.
So fucked.
No,
you know what was funny about the only funny about, so the cops raid his house, right? And he's charged with distribution too. So that either means he was sending it to people, or he had so much of it that, like, the only reason, like, you know, if you get caught with drugs, if you have a certain amount, even if you're not selling it, you get done with distribution. So maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but he had enough of it to get.
Because he was doing his nude photography shit. He probably was like creating the content for other sickos.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, probably, right? Or allegedly, because he has not been convicted.
It's like an SVU episode.
But he pled guilty.
Fuck him.
Right, but so they did that, and then they raid his house to find this, and then they also found steroids.
Of course,
bro.
Yeah.
Cunt's 5'3".
Dude,
like,
that's the one thing I remember when I met him. I was like, he is fucking smaller than I thought. He's tiny.
Yeah.
And there was one video I think he didn't, because you got to work out when you do steroids too, and he just had the boobs grow. He didn't. What did we miss?
Oh, true.
I remember that, and people were commenting that he's got titties. Right. I remember that.
Yeah, because if you take steroids and you don't like work out or whatever, you don't do it properly, you just get titties. You don't get muscles.
Especially when he likes boy chests. That would have been embarrassing.
Man, it's like every joke I'm like, oh, that's funny, and then it's like, fuck, he's actually, it's so
dark and it's so fucked.
But there is a lot of humor in this calls for a judge. You know, there's something in there. That's quite funny.
And it's so funny that someone who was calling out all these people for like minor indiscretions is now a fucking pedophile and no one can talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like I did a TikTok about it being like Dibble then, where is he now kind of thing. And then it showed the article and it got removed straight away for harassment and bullying. I'm like, it is a fucking news article. I'm not bullying. That's a fact.
Do you reckon this will get removed? Do we have to say allegedly or not?
No, I don't think so.
He's already said it.
You should say allegedly because that is, you know, it is all alleged. He hasn't been proven guilty. You know, he's pled guilty, but he hasn't been convicted. So you should say allegedly. But also, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that it's really important for other creators to disavow this shit because I think that it makes it known that it's not okay. Like, if you build an audience, like, we have so many children that follow us. We have so many teens, and it's like, it's such a privileged position to have like a bunch of children looking up to you. Like, you know, we got most of mine are adults now, but I have heaps of teens. And then to like take that trust and abuse it like that, I think is so fucked. So I think it's important for people like us who have, you know, especially people who have worked with him, you know, we got to deal with that now of like, fuck, we worked with a pedophile.
Yeah, man.
We have to be able to come out and say, fuck that guy and anyone who does it.
Exactly. And especially since we joke about it so much and I make so many pedo jokes, it's like, it is a joke, whereas this guy is a terrible person. Like, there is a difference, and I would never, like, associate with someone like that. Like, yeah.
No, I mean, you don't want any competition.
As I was going to say before, I was going to say, it'd be hard as the parents to go straight to the police and not get a few gutter stomps in first, don't you think?
Yeah.
But I guess prison justice...
There's been...
Imagine.
We'll get him.
There's been full stories about that.
I would love to just take her phone and go, yep, I'm here. Have a few of the boys there.
Bro,
well, that's the thing. Like, that has...
catch a predator, but with, like, a fucking, like a lad, like an Ash lad, and then he just stomps
honestly,
the predator
he's lucky.
out.
Like, the wrong fucking parent, like...
The right
Bro,
parent,
he's fucked in
mate.
jail.
I know
He's fucked in
boys that
jail.
would not tolerate that.
Bro, you wait till he goes to jail, bud. He's fucked. Like, they don't put up with that shit there
Yeah,
either.
especially a famous pedophile. But not famous enough to get his own jail.
Yeah, bro, he's fucked.
Absolutely.
He's in trouble.
Like, I know, like, you know, my mate who went to prison, like, he told me a bunch of stories about what the other people in there used to do, the pedophiles, and it's...
What do they do?
You do not want to be there if you're one of them.
What do they do?
Like, so the prisons are smart. They keep them separate, so they'll keep all the pedophiles in one spot, and then all of everyone else in another spot. So, like, but it's violent crime. So whether you murder someone intentionally or you get into a fight and it's a coincidence and it's a violent crime, so you end up in the same spot. So people who have been in dumb bar fights are sitting next to dudes who have killed 6 dudes, right? They're in the same spot. And often they're in the same spot with pedophiles, but the prison will keep them separate, make sure that they don't let them congregate. But all of the prisoners, especially the ones that are there for life, they're doing their best to get there with the pedophiles so they can fuck them up. So, like, sometimes what they'll do is, in prison, when they're transporting people, there'll be a part where there are boys in the yard, and then there's a fence, and then there's, like, a little transport bit, and they'll take the pedophiles from their cells to lunchtime while everyone else is in the yard to keep them separate. But there is that moment of where they're walking through, like, you know, at the UFC when they come out of the gates and they're surrounded by crowd. So what they'll do sometimes is they'll get 100 prisoners to just piss and shit in containers for days, and then when the screws are like taking the pedophiles from one end to the other, all the boys will just run up with their, you know, Tupperware containers full of shit and piss and cover the pedophiles with it.
That's fucking sick.
That's banter.
Yeah,
yeah,
so
that's
you
a
don't,
funny prank.
dude, you do not want to go to prison.
That's funny.
No.
If you're
I
a
never
pedo.
thought I did.
But
Better
that's
or
what
worse
you
than
get,
lockdown?
man.
Yeah, dude.
Is prison better or worse than lockdown?
Well, it depends how much you like piss and shit.
Frenchy likes it.
Oh, time and a place. No, I don't like it. I like doing a poop. That's fun. That is fun.
That's a
relief.
bit of fun.
Oh, yeah. Nice big
All right,
one.
should we end here? It's quite a long podcast for us.
Yeah, that was a good spot. Thanks for coming on, Lou. That was good that we...
Thanks, Lou.
We've been
That was
meaning
awesome.
to talk about Dibble for a while, but we keep forgetting. But yeah, what a fucking piece of shit. That is interesting. Who do you think will be the next one, Lewis? Serious.
I don't know. Could be anyone, obviously. You know, like it's so weird that there was like no warning of that, seemingly. But yeah, I guess, you know what? You know, could be Tom. And no one's
too obvious.
Like, it's,
I think
like,
that's
we
too
can't,
obvious.
Like, at least with Tom, we can't go, oh, what a surprise.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think
People
it's
were
too
You know what I
screaming.
want to see? I want to see Tom get cancelled for not being a pedophile.
Yeah, fraud.
You know? Like, everyone start posting all of these clips of Tom going, I'm a pedo, I fuck kids, and then like,
Photos.
a giant secret hidden camera film of him with his adult girlfriend going, disgusting. I trust
Yeah,
you.
like
You
photos,
betrayed us all. You lied
photos
to
from
us.
a distance with of-age people, like in.
Yeah. Tom Armstrong said that he was a pedophile and we believed him. He turns out he was lying to his fans.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Check out Luke and Lewis podcast. Check out Lewis's podcast as well. Spears
He's
Sundays.
got a tour,
Is that how
maybe
it's called?
coming up at the
Got
end
a
of
tour?
the year.
Spearhead Sundays. Yeah, I got a tour, lousespears.com. Check out the dates. If, you know, hopefully it'll happen. If it doesn't, we'll reschedule or refund. You know the drill. I'm sure it's already happened to you guys before. But yeah, come see me live. I can't wait. It's in August and September.
Sick. Thanks, boys.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff.
Thanks, guys. Good shit.
Beep, bop, bop. Stop. I just stopped recording, okay?